Hey Gurus, welcome back. It's me again. Welcome to another session from Alphas. Today we are going to explore a bit different stuff than the previous tutorials I was doing with the C Sharp and NIM. We'll be exploring the third version of AvBuster and how to bypass your antivirus using AvBuster binaries. On the third version, actually, I'm planning to add more stuff like not only binaries, it will be generating PowerShell scripts, Python's scripts, and more on uh, output like VB scripts. Basically, it will be like a combination of compilers and interpreters, so you can make your choice what kind of output you want. The current one I worked is the general type shells. I have finished that part, and the new architecture basically it has uh, two different sections. Like previously, the AvBuster, if you have seen my previous videos, it was a single binary, and the entire code was there on the Golang. And the current one, what I have done is I removed all the code that was a part of making the binaries to the backend. Now it's an API, a bunch of APIs that will help you to create the binaries, and you can use the two different front-end applications. One is AvBSharp and other one is AvBgo. AvBgo is the same as AvBuster, but only difference is that the code, the logic of binary creation will be there will happen on the using the APIs, and the same for the AvBSharp. It's basically it's a C# WinForm UI application. Uh, Basically, both these apps will send a REST API request to this backend API, AVB APIs, and on the response, it will have either the reverse shell binaries or the scripts according to the choice, the how the user choice from the front end, or what exactly the user wants as an output. Either maybe a binary or maybe a script that the user can use later to test against the anti-malware softwares or any systems in place. So before going forward to the demo, I would like to thank all those who subscribe the channel, and it's really a great motivation for me to do this kind of stuff. I'll continue to do the same C Sharp and NIM for pen testers on probably from next videos onwards. I was spending more time on coding on AvBuster for a lot of weekends. In fact, it's the output is a result of spending or spoiling my weekends on coding. So let me take you to the demo, how it works. Uh, yeah, this is a new API app. I'm going to run this here. Basically, it is listening on port 1447. I will make it in a way to configure it according to the place where you are going to deploy it in a later version. Actually, I just finished only general shell type part. A lot of appending like shellcode injections and so much. I'll show you in the AvBuster Go version what are missing on the new version. So after doing this, I'm just going to test this API. So here is my basic request. This will be the basic structure of the REST API. So we are doing a post request here, and this is the structure, JSON body structure that my API accepts from the user side or user application side. So when you send this request to the API, if it's working well, you will get a response that contains a base64 encoded um, the client and manager. Actually, it has both client and manager. If you search it here, I think you can see it here. if it's not showing, okay, search is not working good in this one. Ah, this stuck. Okay, let it be like that. Yeah, it's search, but it's a huge file. That's why. Ah, yeah. It's basically AVB client content, and there will be a manager content just because I have requested for the HTTP version. When you're requesting HTTP version, the basically it's a Go app that helps you to bypass this one. I think it's got stuck. Just keep it waiting. Uh, these are the parameters actually. Here I'm just passing the L port and L host. This is your server, the listening server. And here you can pass the target OS, which OS you want to test or attack. And your this is a part of the listener. Listener in the sense this is a this server application that's going to be run on your server. So you can select the OS, either Windows or Linux or Mac, whatever it is. I mean, at present it's not on Android, but in future definitely I will add that part. And the app type, it can be either console or no console. I'll show you the difference between that in this video. Yeah, basically this will be the output, and I just showed you how this API works internally, but when you are using it inside an application, I can show you how it is going to work. And this is the now let me check my test window. Yeah, it's running here. I'm going to use the new application. It's AvBSharp. This is a front end developed in C Sharp. So it's going to start this. This is a flash window. Yeah, this is the application. It's going to do the same stuff. On the shell type, I completed the general shells, and I'm going to show the demo for the HTTP. And for my Windows, I'm going to use the same Windows as my listening machine. Say 68. 192.168.1.68 port. I'm just even for HTTP I'm going to use port 443. It's going to be Windows and to make a 32, and I'm making the same target, or I mean listener OS as Windows, because I'm going to run it here itself. uh, and on 32-bit just ensures that it works on every architecture. So if you want specifically, you can select 64-bit. It's up to you. And here I have three options: Go, Nim, and C Sharp. Currently I have implemented compiler option for Go only. As I said, I had to do a lot of work on the rest of the stuff like Nim and C Sharp. Then if you come here, you can say either you want to have only a binary, or it will generate a binary with a bash file that can be used in the target. And here you can see console and no console. Console is a normal application that will, when you double click on that, it will pop up like an empty dark window. If you don't want that, you can select the no console. I'll show you that. uh, this is a console HTTP version I'm going to build. I'm just going to click on the build, and it's super fast because it's entirely running on threading and that async await function in C Sharp. And behind the scene on the AVB APIs, I'm using concurrency in Golang, so it will be pretty faster. Once everything goes fine, you can see the two applications that it made: console HTTP and console HTTP manager. So I'm going to copy this uh, it's the same folder, right? Oh, sorry, this is a different folder. So this is going to be run on this machine, means your target, your CNC server machine. Basically, these machines where it's going to listen on a particular port, and this application is going to connect back to this machine, listener machine where this application is running. So ensure that your IP was correct before creating these binaries. So AvBSharp now gave us a console application binary. So I'm going to copy this to my target. Copy console HTTP app into my shape driver, and I'm going to run console manager here. Just going to run it here. It's on listening mode. Now let me take my machine here. Copy the drive console HTTP app here. So it's here basically. So just to show the difference between the console and no console app, I'm just double click and opening it. On the console app, you can see it's here, it's running here. Your antivirus is real protection is on here, and on the target no, your CNC server, you can see you got an AvBuster HTTP tunnel. So that means the other machine is compromised. You can check it. This is a data from the target machine. You can just verify the IP. So this is 174, and even you can try to run whether it's running on. Yeah, it's. I just did a filter last time, so basically you can just see this one. Check. See here, just because the port was 443, it says it's HTTPS. But if you go to the continuation of data stream, again it's showing SSL in Wireshark. But if you follow the SSL stream or TCP stream, you can see uh, is posting this data. Uh, this is the post. Is posting the command, taking the command from here and posting the data to that. And this is stuff it's posting back to the CNC server. The first one was the DAR. So yeah, when you're checking on this one, Wireshark is showing you just because we have used the port 443. That's why even though it's plain text, it's showing SSL and HTTP yes or something like that. So it doesn't matter. You got it. So that's a console app demo. Now let me show you the other one. Real protection is still on. Doesn't matter to one block. So the next one, yeah, the same options. I'm going to make no console app, no console HTTP file. The same CNC server. I mean, normally the other manager will be, you can use the same manager because it will be the same functionality. But when you're using the API will give you two files for this kind of Go binaries because it's a custom one. So it can't be used using the Netcat or the virtual connectivity. Because it has so much of customized shell connectivity. You need to have your own manager. That's why it makes the manager app for you. Now the no console HTTP doesn't have any what to say any kind of the window, the window that you see on the black. Normally, when you're opening the command, the console application, you can see a black screen pop-ups. So this for the no console HTTP app, it won't pop up. So let me do the same stuff. I'm going to say bye from here. Just breaking it. So here I'm going to do the yeah, copy, just copy this no console app to here, and from here you run either the no console manager or the normal manager. So run here. If you did run the other manager, you won't get this message because you already um, allowed that application to open the port. Now it's a new app. We just open that. Go to your victim machine. Copy that here. Copy. Just be careful. Here, this is the no console app, so you won't see this app pops up. That's my expectation. Okay. Yeah, nothing did pop up, but probably you'll have a reverse shell here. Yeah, see, you got the shell here. But on the victim machine, definitely it is there on the task manager, but usually the user is not going to see any app that is visible to have closed or do something else on that on a normal scenario. It is running on the background. Just check the IP, the same on 74. Yeah, this is the way it works now. This is just a sample demo that I'm just planned to share the new version of AvBuster. And as I said, this I'm planning more on this one. This will be completely based on encrypted shellcode, not the normal plain text and shellcode injections. Is going to be completely encrypted shellcode injection techniques, and more to come on macros and the script outputs. Uh, a lot of stuffs are coming. On the extras, there will be more on manual encryption of shellcodes and other stuffs like encoding and compressions that's there on that AvBuster current version. So I'll be maintaining this one, and the other one is this is a front end for the Go one. It's the same, no change happened on the front end. The only thing is it's going to be use the API in the backend. So I hope you have seen this one. If you have seen my previous videos, this is there as the same like the previous version. The only difference is it's going to use that API. Just like, see, these will be the same options. See, these kind of options will be available on the AvSharp and AvBGo. Going forward, this will be renamed to AvBGo, and the actual AvBuster APIs will be running somewhere. I'm planning to add more stuffs like authentications and planning to host it somewhere so anyone can make use of this one to make their binaries to test against when you're doing something on red team assessment or something, some kind of pen testing. So you don't need to worry about the compilers or any other coding stuffs from your side. If you are on a really tight busy schedule, you can use AVB APIs to create PowerShells or PowerShell binaries. So actually a bunch of techniques are available to bypass antiviruses. So these are the other stuffs I'm planning to add on both front end systems. Uh, yeah, I think that's all for this video. That's the thing I planned. Just keep an eye on my GitHub. I will be uploading the code as soon as possible. I need to work a bit more on that regarding the functionality. AVB API is completed at least half, I think. But on the front end, I didn't. I just did only general type shells on the front end. Still, I have to add more on both front ends. So that's it for this video. I'll be continuing the C# for Pentesters and C# for NIM. Uh, Probably this week I'll be adding at least 2 more videos for both. I'll be trying that. So stay tuned and subscribe if you like it, and share it with someone if you like to share it. That's all for this video. See you soon with other videos or tutorials. And finally, I hope that I can finish my AvBuster project as soon as possible.